house. That's how we welcome them. With all the ZTs and all the talis. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, one more time, ladies and gentlemen, requesting all you lovely people. Gods are here to be a part of this very special event where we are all set to introduce to you and of course the entire world the OG Thugs, ladies and gentlemen. Ek baar zordar taliyan for this amazing cast and crew of Thug Life, releasing on the 5th of June. Wow, I love the BGM, man, with all the dum-dums. And all I want to say is that, अक्सर लोग कहते हैं कि फ्रंट रो में बैठ के पिक्चर नहीं देखी जाती, लेकिन आज जिन लोगों को भी यहाँ की फुटेज मिलने वाली है, believe you me, they'll only want to sit in the front row and watch anything and everything on that big screen because we have these legends here. I'm going to take 3 seconds to just take a look at the front row. 1, 2, 3. दिल को संभालो, थाम के बैठो. We have with us the legends, the trio, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Kamal Haasan, sir. Oh, Mani Ratnam, sir. STR Rahman, sir, हमारे साथ. There's this rock star जो स्टेज पे जब आते हैं, he literally owns it, and I love calling him a rock star. Simbu, sir, हमारे साथ यहाँ पे. Wow. So good to see you, sir. The epitome of grace, wherever she goes, grace follows, or should I say, grace इनसे पहले पहुंच जाता है. To welcome her, Trisha जी के लिए एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं. Of course, we have the very talented Abhirami ji हमारे साथ, उनके लिए जोरदार तालियां. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. Of course, Ashok Selvan sir हमारे साथ हैं. Thank you so much. आपसे मेरी थोड़ी लड़ाई होने वाली है because I believe you've said that you are like one of the biggest fans of Mani sir, Rahman sir, Kamal sir. So first of all, who's not? लेकिन यहाँ पे I'm telling you, so we're gonna fight it out in some time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have this amazing team here. एक बार जोरदार तालियां and all eyes on the big screen as we play the trailer of Thug Life exclusively for all you gorgeous people in this audience. जोरदार तालियां बजा लो यार एक बार. On stage, जोरदार तालियां for her. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome to Amchi, Mumbai.
Thank you.
How does it?
शुक्रिया.
Thank you. कैसा लग रहा है यहाँ पे सबके साथ, और ये जो response यहाँ मिल रहा है इस कमाल की टीम को यहाँ देख के front row में, all the eminent journalists, all the fans, this is something else.
This is truly something else. कौन सी भाषा में बात करूं? हिंदी में बात करूं या तमिल?
जो मन करे
तमिल
आपका.
ओके वाह.
देखो ऐसा है, हिंदी ट्रेलर लॉन्च किया है अभी है ना, उसको आपको दिखाया है. हिंदी से शुरू करते हैं, अंग्रेजी जाएंगे, मराठी, तमिल सब करेंगे.
मराठी तो मुझे नहीं आती.
मैं कर लूंगा आपके बदले. ओके,
तमिले पेसला, हिंदीला तमिले பேசலாம். ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு பாம்பேல வந்து நம்ம படத்தை இந்த ட்ரெய்லரை உங்க முன்னாடி பிரசன்ட் பண்றதுக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் உங்களுக்கு எப்படி பிடிச்சதா ட்ரெய்லர்? நல்லா இருக்கா? ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு இந்த ஃப்ரண்ட் ரோல இருக்கிறத விட உங்க கூட உங்கள ஒரு ஆளா இருந்து விசில் போட்டு நல்லா என்ஜாய் பண்ண தான் தோணுது.
और रोम्बा सॉलिड मैडम, मतलब मैं तो यही बोलूंगा. और अभी हिंदी में भी थोड़ा बताना पड़ेगा. हाउ वाज इट वर्किंग विद कमल सर? ऑफ कोर्स एक बहुत कमाल का रीयूनियन हुआ, एंड वर्किंग विद दिस टीम. टॉक टू अस अबाउट दैट प्लीज.
ये what a team. This is what a team. इनकी जो combination है, कभी कभार हमें देखने को मिलता है. So after 36 years, Kamal sir and Mani sir are joining. And I think after Tenali, Rahman sir and Kamal sir are joining, right? So that has also been a much awaited combination. So the trio together, the holy trifecta jaisa kuch, you know. So इस team में मैं भी शामिल हूँ. ये मेरे लिए बहुत बहुत honor की बात है. So I'm very, very, very happy to be here, very happy to be a part of the team. I will work with them a million times. I will forgo anything and everything in my career to work with them for at least even a day. So
wow.
That's how
she
big a
said
fan
it.
I am.
Of course, she said it. Zordar Tali Abhirami ji ke liye, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'd like to invite on stage another actor जो कि बड़े कमाल हैं, जो भी करते हैं बहुत बहुत ऑसमनेस ढंग से करते हैं. एंड यहाँ पे इस फिल्म में ऑफ कोर्स एक बहुत ही कमाल की भूमिका में अशोक सेल्वन. गिव इट अप फॉर हिम लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन. क्या फैन फॉलोइंग है यार. वेलकम Ashok bhai, as I was saying, you know, we have to fight it out because I believe aapne kaha you're like one of the biggest fans of the trio, the holy
like you
trinity
said, who
of
isn't?
cinema.
No, all of us are fans of them.
Right. And how was it working with them, you know?
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். It was wonderful. It's dream come true to even have a small chat with them. And I got the opportunity to work with them. So it's dream come true. And I think at the right point in my career, I could work with them. It kind of changed how I look at cinema.
Right.
So I'm just grateful.
Thank you so much for being here and of course celebrating the trailer with all of us in Amchi, Mumbai. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'd like to invite on stage someone with her charm, grace and powerful performances. She is indeed one of the most loved and the biggest superstars of our time, ladies and gentlemen. Trisha Krishnan ke liye ek baar zordar taaliyan. Wow, so good to see you, ma'am.
Good to see you again.
Thank you so
How
much.
Are you doing?
Last time I clicked a selfie with her, मैं भी free fund में famous हो गया था थोड़ा सा. So I'm going to try that one more time. फिलहाल के लिए, ma'am, you know, talking about this project, you know, collaborating with the masters one more time. How was it for you? Please take us through that.
Good evening, Vanakkam. Hi, everyone. I'm going to pretty much second what the both of them said. Dreams come true, but for me, repeatedly, because I've worked individually with all of them in different films. So it's a surreal moment. And like Ashok said, it's so lovely not just to film, but to also share this whole journey of traveling together, promoting, spending so much time talking to them. You learn so much about cinema. Every day feels like a school of sorts.
Right. And Mani sir, with his trademark smile, you know, how was it working with him? How was he on the sets in this particular project? Because Thug Life, you know.
Mani sir has a trademark smile. This was very different for me because I still remember when I first walked into Mani sir's office and he narrated a little line about the character. He said, I need you to unlearn everything that you did in PS.
Yes.
It's a complete extreme contrast of that kind of a role. So it was very challenging because I was a little, what's the right word, maybe weary about would I suit this character or not. And so we worked a lot on that and I'm very excited about it.
Sugar Baby is coming out tomorrow.
Yes,
We've seen the posters with you. So talk to us about that if you could, you know.
Oh, that's one of my favorite numbers. And that was actually the last song I shot in the film.
Okay.
So that was, after we finished that song, it was a wrap for me. It's a beautiful song. I can't say too much about it, but I'm loving reading all the speculations about, oh, is this girl, first of all, is she paired opposite Kamal sir? Is she with Simbu? Now suddenly there's money floating around, so everybody's confused.
Right.
But let's just wait for June 5th.
We definitely gonna wait for it, of course. We'll get to see it soon. Now I'm gonna invite on stage this actor, singer, lyricist and director rolled into one electrifying personality, ladies and gentlemen. Silambarasan sir. इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा कि STR बोलो, Simbu बोलो. This man's a rock star on stage. Sir, I've seen your work. We can wait यार, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है अपने को. Simbu sir, you know, इतना प्यार मिलता है every single time and we've seen your, you know, latka jhatkas on stage. Every time you're on that stage, you set it on fire. Lekin here, working with this team, you know, in front of the camera with the of course, with the legends. How was it for you? Talk to us about that. We'll come to that.
Namaste. So, Vanakkam. So, first of all, very happy. I've worked with Mani sir before, but I've not worked with Kamal sir. So, I think it was a great opportunity for me. I should thank Mani sir first. Thank you, sir. And with Kamal sir, more than everything while acting in the film, to see Kamal sir and Mani sir, like the way they are working, so that was more interesting. So I was just looking at that and I was just keeping myself, okay, I should also act well. So I should also concentrate on my work. So that's how it was for the first 2 days. So it was a great experience. Thank you.
What was that first scene like with Kamal sir? Because of course, sharing screen space with him is a big thing.
It was a little nervous in the beginning, but Kamal sir makes you, comfortable, and as well as Mani sir. Then Mani sir came and told me, don't worry about all that, you just do what you have to do.
Right.
So they kept me, comfortable. So
And then you got to shake a leg with him, of course, Sanya ke saath and Kamal sir ke saath, Jingucha. Talk to us about that also.
yeah, so it was nice. It was a wedding song, and already the song is a big hit. But when the song came itself, I told Mani sir, the song is going to be a super hit, sir. So Rahman sir's song, whenever sir sends us the song, so sometimes I'll come to know, okay, this is going to be a banger. So that was one of a song, and it was fun. And dancing with Kamal sir, he's done enough, we can't even match him.
Yeah.
So, but I've tried, that's all.
And you are super cool in that song and on that
Thank you.
screen. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much.
being here. Simbu sir के लिए जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. Of course, Trinity of Indian cinema, उसमें से एक किसी को बुलाने जा रहा हूं यहाँ पे, a maestro whose music has transcended borders, touched millions of hearts and brought India to the world stage. He's like this storyteller, a bridge between tradition and innovation, East and West, soul and sound. Give it up for Mr. A.R. Rahman, ladies and gentlemen. What an honor to be standing on the same stage as Rahman sir. Sir, first of all, thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Sir, the first thing that came to your mind when you got to know the storyline of Thug Life, what was it like and where did it all start? Please talk to us about that, sir.
I was preparing some gangster tunes. No, actually, we were experimenting on various palette of melodies, and so the first lullaby, which is here on the trailer, that came in, and there's one very haunting voice which comes. I don't know what language it is, but that gave a very unique feel, and he really loved it.
Right. So, who's the biggest OG thug, if you had to, tell us, amongst the three of you, or
Those two.
those two? Oh, he said it. Those two. Okay. So, any thing in particular that happened while scoring for this film, like some instructions that you got from Mani sir or Kamal sir in particular?
With him, he said, I want your full level of involvement in this.
Okay.
So I knew that he's a special child of him. So I told this when I came back to Mani sir. He said, Kamal sir told Mani this, I'm very excited. Let's do even more.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, वो दिख रहा है music में, इसीलिए यहाँ तालियां सीटियां बज रही हैं whenever we are talking about this song. Give it up for Mr. A.R. Rahman one more time, ladies and gentlemen. And now, मेरी तरफ से भी वही to the power of 100. साथ में करेंगे थोड़ी देर में. Okay, now it's time to invite on stage a cinematic visionary who's redefined Indian storytelling, a master craftsman whose films blend emotion, artistry, social relevance, and whatnot. Elegance, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the one, the only, Mani Ratnam Sahab. Zordar ka. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much. बहुत स्वागत है आपका. Sir, first things first. What came to mind that you said, okay, I have to do Thug Life with Kamal Haasan, sir? Like, what was the first draft like? What was the first page like? Talk to us about that, sir.
No, the first thing that came was Kamal Haasan, and then Thug Life came in.
So
It started from there.
It started from there. So, and what was it like? What was the first conversation like, sir? Tell us.
Like it has always been, trying to see what movie you can make and how well you can make that.
Right.
And so we talked of various things. And at the end of it, this is what we have come up with.
And it is super Gen Z, sir. It is super Gen Z. A lot of people, you know, the Gen Zs are connecting with it and talking about it. So was that the idea? Like you wanted to cater to them?
No, we are Gen Z.
We have to talk about the scale of the production and coming together of all these wonderful people, sir. Talk to us about that, please.
Yeah, I think the scale is designed by the story. You know, whatever that demands is what you go towards. And it's always a pleasure, and it always makes a director's job easy when you have the correct cast and crew. And I've been lucky to have the best, so it's been fantastic.
Wow. Give it up for Mani, sir, one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, there's this thing that I would want you to answer. You know, we remember Kamal sir from a lot of his performances, but for Sadma Mein, he's on that platform, you know, that is something that has been etched in our memories forever and ever, you know. So for you, what was that first impression of Kamal Haasan, sir? Because I know this collaboration is it goes back ages, but what is that one thing that you remember Kamal Haasan sir for?
No, it's strangely, I remember when he was planning Sadma in Tamil, and I think this is a story that I've heard, so that is what etched in my mind, that when he heard the narration and he came back, he enacted that scene in this compound to tell them what the scene was, So that's the kind of person he was, and I was lucky that I could, before I got into it, or just when I was trying to get into it, to be able to interact with him. So I knew, there was somebody who's making a big path for all of us to come in, and that's what he's done.
Seriously, give it up for Kamal Haasan Sahab, and of course, Mani Ratnam Sahab, and of course, the entire team here, like an actor, director, writer, singer, and a visionary whose career spans over 6 decades, ladies and gentlemen. Someone who's never shied away from pushing boundaries, redefining roles, and elevating the art of storytelling. A true national treasure. Give it up for Mr. Kamal Haasan, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. मैं सच बताऊं, जितनी तारीफ की जाए कम है. उल्टा तारीफ को कमल हासन बोलूंगा तो तारीफ की तारीफ होगी, और ये हल्ला गुल्ला उसी का यहाँ पे एक proof है. So you've mentioned that Thug Life brings together talent from across industries. You know, a lot of people have come in from various industries. How was it putting together this magnum opus, sir, and of course led by the gentleman here?
Both of us were looking for suitable characters and great talents, and we found them here.
You are, a part of this film as an actor, a writer, producer. What was the most exciting part, sir, and how did it all come together?
The most exciting part you didn't mention. Working with him was the most exciting part.
Absolutely.
Then automatically all the other things happen.
I am sure, sir. I'm sure we'll get to see this on the 5th of June. So we just talked about first impressions,
Gee.
So he told us about Sadma and that particular scene. Your first impression of Mani Ratnam, sir?
First impression is that I know him as a friend living in the same area. I didn't even know that he belonged to a film family. He was a person, and I liked the way he spoke. We became friends, and we had a group of friends. We were talking only cinema, no gossip, and that's where it started. And all of the films you mentioned, we all know about it, including when we were doing Nayakan in, I think, in Kolaba, and Ramesh Sippy Saab was shooting in Film City. Okay. So we had some shots in Film City, so we all went to see the shooting of Mr. Ramesh Sippy. We are ultimately, the qualification that brought us here is that, like you, we are fans, film buffs. That's what brought us here. We'll go to any set to watch anybody work, especially those who we consider as talented. We'd like to watch them work. And that's what we did.
Wow, wow. From cine lovers on the stage to the cine lovers across the globe. Thank you so much, sir, for doing this. Before we take questions, I've got some questions from our friends from the media. Before we take those questions, we were just talking about Gen Z and his style, you know. उनसे ज़्यादा Gen Z या मैं कहूँ Alpha को भी ये तो अभी से अभी, you know, उनसे relate कर पाएंगे. Give it up for Kamal Haasan साहब for his style, ladies and gentlemen. Of course. We'll quickly get the chairs here. Can we get the chairs? And then we'll take the questions. Sir, Mani sir, I have a question for you and Kamal sir before we, you know, open the house to our friends from the media. And that is, because right now there's a debate, you know, people are talking about how film releases, you know, and OTT releases are like happening back to back. But in this case, it's going to be 8 weeks apart. If you could just talk to us about that.
Yeah, I see, it's not even an experiment. It's a pragmatic thing to do.
Right.
And I'm glad that the OTTs agreed and we sat together, and it was not a negotiation, it's a plan, which maybe others could follow, and it'll make the industry healthy. And we are glad that we were the first to be there to avail of that opportunity.
Amazing, sir. Amazing. Thank you so much for that. Of course, we'll get to see the movie in theaters on the 5th of June. और उसके बाद 8 हफ्ते बाद OTT पे आएगी. You know, बड़े दिनों बाद ऐसा कुछ एक arrangement, और जैसा सर ने कहा, किसी ने कुछ दबाव किसी पे नहीं डाला. ये बस एक plan था जो कि हो गया. We'll quickly get the chairs. Thank you. All right, sir, we have these questions that Instant Bollywood. He wants to know the title Thug Life has intrigued many. What does it signify to you, and why did you and the team feel it was the perfect title for this story, sir?
We were thinking of, what? Okay. We were looking at various titles. We kept telling each other various titles. During the conversation, he suddenly said, okay, for one title. So it just popped up. And so he said, that's it.
Okay.
And that's how it happened. That's how quickly it happened. As a matter of fact, for a moment, I didn't understand whether he's saying, we'll talk about it again tomorrow, or okay, we'll meet tomorrow, which means it's okay.
Right.
I understood it afterwards.
Okay, so the next question is from Samina from Zoom. You've pulled off many
Action scenes, you can't be very emotional. So somebody will get hurt. So what you see here is not an easy thing to do. And we had great stunt team and stunt directors. So we did it all without injury to anyone, which is a great thing to begin with. Then the fight looks good. But what we owe to fellow human beings is nobody should get hurt. Right. And that happened in this film. Nobody got hurt, and we are happy to have finished such a difficult action scene like that. And that was, otherwise, this film is not all about only that. When you ask about emotions, there's a lot of it in the film.
It's not just action, it's much more than that. Simbu sir, we have a question for you from Jaya, Galata, India. Say, if you had to describe Thug Life through one moment or one dialogue that gave you goosebumps during filming, what would that be, sir?
The one which you guys see in the trailer, अब से मैं ही हूँ यहाँ का रंगराय शक्तिवेल, that one.
How cutely he said that, right? है ना? Of course. बिल्कुल मेरी तरफ से भी आपको उतना ही सारा प्यार. Okay, sir, Shweta from New J, she wants to know Nuj, right? You're known for defying expectations with your bold choices. In Thug Life, what's one surprising aspect of your character, Simbu sir, or the film itself that even caught you off guard while shooting? Was there something that actually caught you off guard while shooting for this?
Most of it, yeah. But I think it's something which I've not played before, and the character has a kind of a pain. So that was very important to maintain in all the scenes. And of course, Manisa is there. In case if I go somewhere wrong, he'll come and tell me what to do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely, sir. Trisha ma'am, this one's for you. Hitesh Harisinghani, Rediff se. Where are you, sir? Thrilling or memorable part of working alongside Kamal Haasan Saab and the cast in this movie, Thug Life?
The very fact, this combination, right? Like I have individually worked with them, but to see them together, and even for me, I've grown up watching Nayakan. So I wanted to see how would a Mani sir and a Kamal sir be on set, and how would it be working with them in the same frame. So that itself there was a certain anticipation we all had as actors, just to see like, wow, to see them together after 36 years again.
Right. Thank you so much. Okay, Mani sir, this one's for you. Shiv Dwivedi from Latestly. What drew you to the title Thug Life, and what can the audience truly expect from this film beyond the action and the grandeur?
Like he told me, he drew me to Thug Life title. It was his idea, and it just felt right. We've been searching, and it just felt right. And I told you, we are Gen Z, so Thug Life works. And this film is actually a very emotional drama within a world of crime. So action is inbuilt into it, but it also is a very emotional story between several characters.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Rahman sir, this one in 1992. Can you reflect on your long-standing creative journey together and how it continues to evolve with this movie, Thug Life, sir?
It's quite the same. We try to discover something to enhance the movie, or to push what we can do cinematically. We're still trying to do that and constantly trying to refine and
Runa ji from Web Dunia, thank you so much for that question. Okay, now this one's from Anand ji from Hangama. From Sagar and Ek Duje Ke Liye to Hindustani, Hey Ram and Chachi 420. Kamal sir, this one's for you. Your legacy spans generations, even in Hindi-speaking regions, So how does it feel to be celebrated as the original pan-India star long before the term became a trend?
That's not all my doing. Most of it was your doing, and then Mr. K. Balachandar. He picked me up and brought me here. It worked, and they made it work. उतना ही है. बस.
सर अगला वाला सवाल इस वर्तमान से देबा रति जी का एंड उनका सवाल ये है कि with over 6 decades in the industry and a massive body of work, do you still feel the pressure of box office numbers, or has your perspective evolved over time, sir?
See, the box office numbers is how big is not what we are looking at, but it shouldn't be how small. We have to look at a break even because it is a business. And he's from a business school. And I'm from this business. I grew up in this business. So you can't disrespect business and do business with the business.
Absolutely, sir. Simbu sir, this one's for you. Shweta from Nuj. One more time. You're known for defying expectations with your bold choices. In Thug Life, what's one surprising aspect of your character? We did talk about this, right? And now, the next one would be, how was the experience of working with Kamal Haasan Saab, especially?
It was really a nostalgic thing, because when I was a young kid, that time my dad used to, show me his movies and tell me and that's how I started looking at Kamal sir as a on-screen guru he was. So suddenly one day you're acting next to him. So that was really a great feeling. And there is a lot to learn from Kamal sir. and if I start talking about it, I can talk till tomorrow. Like, so I don't want to like, but acting with your guru itself, like that gives you a great, very special feeling. So thank you, sir, for everything, and thanks to Mani sir as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Trisha ma'am, this one's for you. Nishad Nilambaran from are always layered and impactful, but sharing screen space with Kamal Haasan sir under Mani sir's direction, how did that synergy feel? And was there a moment where you just knew this was a cinematic magic, that's going to happen on that big screen?
I think that's something I knew when they announced the film and I had not even signed it. So that's when I knew, wow, this is magic. And I was not even part of the film at that point of time. And like I just said before, to actually see them come together and to see their chemistry, like Kamal sir has said so many times before, they would speak with their eyes. They were in total sync with each other. And it was amazing to just watch them. So all of us as actors, we were like, oh damn, even we have to like do some work here and we got to like stop staring at them. So it was magical.
Right. Thank you so much. Mani sir, this one's for you. Hindustan Times se Ayush Parwani. Your action sequences offer carrier. What's your process behind creating that signature blend of visual beauty and drama, sir?
I think with a title like Thug Life, you can't but do action sequence, and it has to fit, emotionally right also. And I think it gives you a liberty to be able to convert it into a lyrical form only because masters have done it before. There have been Sergio Leones and there have been Kurosawas who've told you that action need not be, less lyrical, and that gives us a target, or that gives us a bar to which you aim.
Right. Thank you, sir. Abhirami ji, this one's for you. Amandeep Walia from Awaz India.
You see the three people here? Do I need to say more? That's why that's it. I mean, the moment I walked into Madras Talkies and met with Mani sir and he told me that you have a part in this movie, I didn't even want to know what part it was. I'm like, yes, tell me where to sign.
Right. And once you were done shooting for the movie, what was that first thing that you told yourself? Khud ko kya bola ye karne ke baad? Because this is a big thing.
Feels like I finally made it.
Wow. After excellence, itne sare saal tak itna kamal karne ke baad. Ashok sir, I have a question for you. Of course, we talked about your experience of working with the legends here. But what is that one thing of Thug Life that's forever gonna be with you? And where would you see that in your filmography? Abira Dhar ka sawal hai, please.
This is the most special film, and I'm pretty sure this will be the most special film because I am working with all my heroes, all my gurus to be precise. So this is a really special film. This will be the crown of the jewel or something.
Right. Thank you so much. Sir, Mani sir, this one's for you. The trailer of Thug Life feels distinct, almost a departure from your usual tonal palette. Does this shift reflect Kamal Haasan saab's involvement in the screenplay? And how has your creative relationship with him evolved since Nayakan?
Oh, it's been the same. I think he was equally involved in Nayakan. I mean, there's a lot of things in Nayakan which is, from him, from how he's performed and how he's made it alive and things like that. And he continues to do that after all these years.
Right.
He adds so much value to the scene that, you can see it grow in front of your eyes. You can, as a director, you can, take a back seat and watch something happening in front of you.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Rahman sir, and after so many iconic collaborations, what made Thug Life feel like another chapter worth composing for? Shweta from Nuj. Nuj, right? What is the first question? So how was it, was the album sound?
So sound, what we do is normally when he tells me the story, I'll send him ideas. I'll collect the best ones and I feel like whatever is new, I'll send him. And then he'll try to see whether he can fit that idea into the movie. And if it fits, he'll come and tell me number 3, number 7, number 25. Not 25 actually. So he said, I like these tunes.
I'm waiting for 25.
So, and then we will take it to the lyric writer. And lyric and the singer was like, most of the movies are like, don't call a singer. Whoever comes that day, they will sing. In this case, there was Charulata Mani, a Carnatic singer, who comes in to wish me or something. She fully dressed up. I said, why don't we try this lady? And then she comes in and we chain the key to her key, and then she did the beginning of the Tamil one, the lullaby. So, yeah, we have fun.
We also having a lot of fun, sir. Listening to the wonderful music here. Of course, Mani sir, this one's for you. How did these ensemble come together, sir? You brought in
Up and say, please, act in my film. I have a role for you. Please act in it. Because I think you'll be perfect for it. And sometimes they're very nice and they say yes. And that's how it happens.
Sometimes they say they are nice and they say yes. Imagine Mani Ratnam Saab saying this. Sir, you made these wonderful people say a lot of amazing things on that big screen. And Simbu sir, Kamal sir, there is a request. Now everybody would want to hear that one dialogue from the trailer that we just heard, sir. I know. ये request आई है sir वहाँ से. They would want you to say that one dialogue, sir, जो आप दोनों का है.
Which one?
Sorry?
Which one?
Babbar Sher would do anything, sir. Ahaha. Please, sir, yes.
ठीक है मेरा बब्बर. I've said it. No, you'll have to come to the theatre.
But he said it. You have to come to the theatres. Simbu, sir, of course, we won't let you go like this, sir. मैं तो बोल रहा था we could, just shake a leg here. लेकिन वो नहीं हो सकता तो फिर यही कर लेते सर. एक डायलॉग तो बनता है.
Arey, why this problem here? It's just a movie, relax. अब से मैं ही हूँ यहाँ का रंगराय शक्तिवेल.
ओहो ऑफ कोर्स अब से वही हो सर आप जो आपने यहाँ कहा. इस टीम के लिए एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं, ladies and gentlemen. The OG thugs of Thug Life. We'll get to watch the film in theaters on the 5th of June. We'll quickly remove the chairs and of course time for a big nice photo op, right? Meena ma'am, we'll do that? Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah.
எங்க சுந்தர வழியே இன்னும் சுந்தரமாக்குங்க இந்த சக்கரை கட்டியே சேர்த்து பொங்கலாக்குங்க எங்க கங்கா கொடுத்தோங்க அடுப்பு சேர்த்துக்க
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ladies and
எங்க சுந்தர வழியே இன்னும் சுந்தரமாக்குங்க இந்த சக்கரை கட்டியே சேர்த்து பொங்கல்
A.R. Rahman साहब के लिए जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं. Come on. Thank you so much, sir. STR sir, thank you so much. Simbu sir, thank you so much. Thank you, Trisha ma'am. Thank you. Abhirami ji, आइए please. Thank you. Ashok sir. Thank you, Ashok sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kamal sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being so amazing. Thank you. And of course, we'll see you in theaters on the 5th of June. That's all we have for you from this very special introduction of the OG Thugs of Thug Life, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.